I am the algorithm. I am the author. It's mine. And I know it. Friday, I went through the top-down approach. I went through the daily chart with you, and I mentioned in the narrative of everything, think about what yesterday was. Okay, I prompted this in a tweet. I said, think about what has been going on, who's been making money recently. The shorts. The market's been bearish. It's gone down. Yes, we had a rally off the lows on the daily chart, but year-end squaring of positions, that means folks that are holding positions that, for taxable income and things of that nature, if they're holding positions, what positions are they likely to be squaring up towards the close of the day? Well, if you're short or predominantly short, when people are closing in positions on a short, they have to do what? They have to buy. So that's already a built-in advantage. So now think about why I said 38.64. Note that. Relative equal high. Note that. And I left you in the morning session. What did I teach you in the 2022 mentorship when it starts to trade in the afternoon session? You use the lunchtime liquidity. Where are the stops? If it's been going down, where are the stop losses in buy side above that lunch hour? The market's going to gravitate towards that. Unless it's a strong one-directional trending day, which isn't always the case. You have to be a trader working in markets that are not like that. But if it's one direction, just a big tear off right from the beginning type day, you either got to be in it from the beginning or you're done. just leave it, let it go. But if it doesn't have any kind of like real retracements of any kind, that's what I'm referring to. Those types of days, unless you're in at the beginning of the move, it's better just turn it off, come back the next day or whatever. But that's not what it feels like you should do at the time. You want to chase it, or you'll spend all day waiting for a retracement that never comes. It just keeps melting or it keeps barreling higher. Those days cause people to blow their accounts because they chase and they chase and they chase. And even knowing that they shouldn't do it, they put on a bigger position to make up for the fact that they didn't get in at the earlier point. And in any little retracement of any single candle or two, which is insignificant in the grand scheme of that move, they collapse the trade because they can't handle it. And it still keeps pressing on. You've been there before, haven't you? I know what that feels like. I did that shit in oats. Thin, shitty-ass market in commodities. I did that. And it was in a move that just kept moving and moving and moving. And because I was trying to make up for the fact that I didn't get in when I knew I should have, I put in a bigger position than I should have. And every 1 cent move is $50, kind of like an ES. And when you're carrying 15 contracts and you can't really carry that much in terms of margin, it doesn't take long to scare you out of the trade. And 4 cents, 5 cents, it was enough for me. I had to bail it. And it would still keep going in the direction if I just would have held onto it. Never went to what I would have used as a stop loss, but I couldn't weather that pain. 20-year-old, man. 20-year-old, no clue what real money was. Wet behind the ears in life, freshly divorced. I had a chip on my shoulder. I had all the things that you're going to complain to me about if we were sitting at the bar. Okay. You want to give me the reasons why you're not successful. Your father hated you. Your mother disowned you. Your wife cheated on you. Everybody's, hated you and shit on your entire life. Dude, I have all that stuff. Okay. I got all that shit. And that's none of it's an excuse for you not to be able to be successful at this. None. I was homeless. Okay. Trust me, I'm telling you, there's nothing you're going to be able to bring to this conversation that says that this is a verifiable reason why you can't make it work. Because that's bullshit. You have to have the tenacity to say, I'm going to deal with it and stick with it. And understand that, like what I did on Friday, walking you through the daily chart. And I outlined the fact that we are in what? The last day of the year. Now, the narrative I gave you and the reasons for it was this. Last trading day of the year. We're not expecting a lot of volatility, but let's note it. The previous day's high and the previous day's low. Which one's likely to get hit? Well, if you consider the fact that we're in our last trading day, it's a Friday, there isn't going to be new positions barreling in there. There isn't going to be this big rush I got to get in here. There's going to be a big move. Not on the last trading day of the year. They're not going to have that. So that means what? We're likely to have an inside day. How did I know that? I'm sure you're probably asking, I hope he answers, how do you know it's going to be inside day? Well, I've already said and what I've explained thus far, but we also opened below previous day's low I'm sorry, below previous day's high and above previous day's low. So at 8:30, when we start looking for something, and at 9:30, those two time periods are important. There's 2 hours of the morning session that you have to be in front of your charts between 8:30 in the morning and 9:30 in the morning, all the way up to like 10:30. I guess technically yes, it's 2 hours. That's your morning session. Now, if you haven't found a setup by then, don't. There you go. There's 80% of your losing trades now been removed. If you chase something outside of that 2 hour window, if you haven't found anything yet, don't. Wait for the PM session. How do I know that? Dozens of blown accounts. When I stopped doing that shit, I stopped wrecking myself. It's chasing things. That's all you're doing. It's FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, I got to get in something. I've been here 2 fucking hours. So what's 2 hours in the whole career lifetime of you trading? It's shit. It's nothing. Movies are longer than that, for fuck's sake. And you're trying to make a big deal about 2 hours of sitting in front of the charts and did nothing. You got chart time. You got experience. Stop looking at that as, I didn't get anything out of it. See, that's the right now woke crowd perspective. And oh shit, I probably stepped in some shit right there. I don't care. This generation is too fucking lazy. And you're going to have to find a way to fix that lazy ass if you're going to make money in this, because even ICT can't fix lazy ass. That lazy ass syndrome, if you bring that into this industry, you're done. You're done. There's no way you're going to be able to cope with the wrestling match that this is going to put on you. And when you lose, you're going to feel like it's something that was done to you undeservingly, when it was you that invited it, because you're doing something in a hurry, ill-equipped, you don't know what you're doing, you're rushing, and you expect it to be easy for you. Let me tell you something. It's not easy. It's not easy. Once you learn your model and you know what it feels like to get your ass burned, and you know the consequences of doing stupid shit, you know boundaries. It's kind of like that yellow double line in the road. Don't cross that son of a bitch, because if you do, you know what's going to happen. Bad stuff. And you might not be here long after doing it. You're going to have to be personally responsible and making decisions where financial success or ruin is all on you. All on you. A lot of you that are young don't like to weigh that out and say, you know what? It really is all on me. Yeah. And that's a terrifying feeling. And me being in a live session with you next year is not going to remove that. In fact, for those that are going to make the mistake of trying to take a live trade based on what I'm saying, live, you're really going to be shitting yourself. Because once you put the trade on, and I'm not saying the things you want me to be talking about, you're going to see, like say, for instance, I'll paint a picture for you. Say I'm calling the market to a specific high above market price. And I'm saying, I believe the market sentiment right now is prime for a run on buy side liquidity. And I have this level here. Let's study this. Right away, some of you are going to be like, oh shit. That's it. Daddy just gave me the invitation. I'm going in. How much margin can I afford? Right there, you done fucked up. Number one, you're trying to press a button instead of watching price and learning to read each individual candle. Not, I just bought it. I don't even know where I should have bought it, but I heard him say it's going up and I got time and I gotta get back to work. I'm on my smoke break. If my boss sees me fucking with this phone, I'm going to get fired. I can't afford to get fired yet until I learn how to make this money, because this year I'm going to over leverage my funded account and I'm going to be independently wealthy, and I ain't got to worry about this shit, but I'm going all in. You're laughing right now, but you know damn well that's what you thought you were going to do, and you shouldn't. Don't do that. You're not going to understand how to reprice if you do that, because if you go in and let's just say you foolishly press the button and you get even a small position, the smallest leverage you can afford to put on, or the broker will allow you, and then you're in there. You're going to be watching the profit and loss going up and down, not reading the individual candles like I want you to do. See, you got to get yourself in sync with how these markets book. minute by minute, second by second, interval by interval. You cannot be a divided mind. You can't have your attention elsewhere and learn properly. If you're watching that P&L tab on your open position while I'm doing a live stream, you're fucking doing it wrong. And you are going to fail, even if that trade makes profit. Because once I pack it in and the close of 2023 comes and you have to do this all by yourself, it's going to feel like the weight of the world is crushing on you. You're going to be scared shitless when you have to make the decision on your own, because you've wasted your time trying to catch what you're thinking is easy money, instead of taking the opportunity and placing it in all of your hands to learn how to do this in an environment that is safe. You can't hurt yourself. You can't hurt yourself. Now, it might bruise your ego for some of you that thought you knew how to trade, and when you see the things that I'm going to teach you, that's fine. You can come back from that. But it's real hard to come back from putting money behind a trade that you don't even know why it's likely to move. You're just trusting me. Don't trust me. Not on the face value. You want to go under the charts and do it. See it. Earn your own personal trust in these concepts. And that's why I've always openly challenged. Don't take my word for it. Go in there and try to debunk it. Notice how no one's ever been able to successfully do that. Yeah, because you can't. I am the algorithm. I am the author. It's mine. And I know it. And I am welcoming you all to join me, and I will share it. I will show you all these little pieces that come together, and you'll find one good opportunity per week. That's your career. Everything else, that's all on you. But you want to find a way to outpace inflation? You don't have to pay me for that. I'm going to teach you how to use what I've already given you. Where's there a better deal in town? Where is there anyone else out there making it this accessible with proof that it has precision that's unrivaled? You see, I've waited for this entire year to finish because I couldn't wait to lay this on you. Because I know some of you have woke up to, wow, this shit is it. Like, this is the real thing. Yeah, it really is. And I'm the real thing. And I've always been the real thing. I didn't have to go out there and dance and perform and show everything that I can afford to own. And I didn't have to show you any live accounts, but I did. I showed you precision. I went in a live stream, I think twice this year, and called the very fair value gap and where it's going to go. I did it. Oh, that's just a cherry pick. No, it's not cherry picked. It's right then and there.